Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to mighty Akim and Akwat out there who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. And today's topic is going to be entitled, Beware of, I don't know, but basically, we're talking about, different doctrines that are bugging people out. All right. So, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3, knowing this verse, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own. So, a lot of times, there are going to be, people coming with the Bible, Christianity, different sects of Hebrew Israelism or whatever, different camps, different religions and whatnot that are trying to push different doctrines on you. Okay, so you have to be able to steer clear of all of that. Okay, and one of the things I want to show, this video isn't primarily targeted at Islam, but this was a very funny thing that I just had to show. Quora.com, someone had asked if Prophet Muhammad said, "Do not write anything from me. Whoever has written anything from me other than the Quran, let them erase it and narrate from me, for there is nothing wrong with that. Why do we? For there's nothing wrong with that." End quote. Why do we follow hadith? So he's basically saying, like, why are we following hadith if the Prophet said, only the Quran is, good or reliable? All right. And I read this answer, but I kind of don't think I understood it. Okay, so I don't really want to read it. You can read it if you want, but basically I'm just going to go into why is it that the Prophet Muhammad said, don't write anything from me except for, anything I tell you to write. Okay, now doesn't that seem kind of strange for him to say that? Because one of the things is, if he was living his life in a proper manner, okay, in the proper manner that he was actually preaching, reading, telling from the Quran and whatnot, then it would be very highly advantageous for someone to follow after him. Okay, but the thing is, that wasn't the case. Living properly or practicing what he was preaching, and one of the ways that we know this is because the scriptures, okay, which for the most part Quran does say. Let me just. If I can. Leviticus chapter 20 verse 10, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, and the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Okay, now if my memory serves me, Prophet Muhammad stole, basically, or not stole, but demanded that one of his followers give him his wife. Like, okay, took I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be very hard for me to look for it because I don't know how to look for it. But I did hear about this because I studied, before I came to this truth. What was it? Her names took. Please. Oh my fucking. Okay. Alright, the Quran also mentions that their God wed Muhammad to Zayn's wife after the latter had divorced her. Huh? When you said okay, there, thank you. Now over here it says, according to the Muslim sources, the Zayd ibn Haritha, a former slave of Muhammad's first wife, Khadija, whom Muhammad emancipated and adopted as his son. The Muslim sources say that Muhammad went to visit Zayd and found his wife Zayd bin Jash unveiled and admired her beauty. Zainab heard Muhammad praise her beauty and shared it with her husband. This made Zayd uncomfortable and decided to divorce her in order that Muhammad could then marry her. For more, okay, yeah. So basically, the guy Zayd, he was married to a woman, okay, and then Muhammad said, "Oh, I like her. She looks beautiful." And then I guess Zayd, even though I heard differently, we're reading through this. Zayd said he divorced her, and then Muhammad took her. Which again, that's still not good. Like if a man, basically, number one, if you have access to virgin women, you should aim for them. And for him to be, going in and admiring another man's body, like extremely out of order. Like you don't, like, bro, Slakia, how weird and how inappropriate would it be if, you and your brother, okay, or just anyone in general were to just say, "Oh wow, you have such a nice, beautiful wife," and they're admiring them like that. And so just because he's a prophet, he can go and just, basically pressure someone and their wife so they can get with them. That's messed up on so many levels. That's weird. But again, it's not for that. But it's not for that. It's for in general. Oh well. Also, it says that their God said that Muhammad. They said their God wed Muhammad to another man's wife. That's completely off because Leviticus chapter 20 verse 10, and the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife. Okay, like that's adultery. You can't be sleeping with another man's wife like that. You're not supposed to be even going around them like that, even giving yourself the temptation. Okay. Matthew chapter 5 verse 28, but I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Alright. So yeah, just looking at another woman like that, that's going off. Alright. And hey, these people, these Muslims, not just prime Saudi Arabians, but Israelites. Okay, these Israelites are becoming Muslim, they either they don't see it, they don't know it, or they're turning a blind eye to it, justifying it. All right, that's off. Now, last thing to say on that is Jeremiah 30 verse 2. Thus speaketh the Most High, a power of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words I have spoken unto thee in a book. Okay. So, the main thing is, the Most High says to write everything in a book. But someone like YAHAWASHI never forbade anyone from writing what they're supposed to do, writing what he has done in a book. Okay, even all the miracles that he did were written in the scriptures. All right. Now there's also said that there are some things that he did do that was not written. Okay, because there was just so many things that he did that I guess that they didn't get a chance to write it all down, or it would have been just so much. But primarily, there was no instance in the scripture that said Yahawashi forbade anyone from writing what he did down. All right, but anyway, moving on. Another thing is, watch out for these people that are saying, "Oh, that's all in the Old Testament." It's in the New Testament. The Most High is open. The Most High opened up to everyone. Now let's look at this. James chapter 1 verse 1 from the top. James, a servant of Yahweh and the Lord Yahweh. Let me read it again. James chapter 1 verse from the top. James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So, number one, this is addressed to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. So that's another thing. A lot of times, Christians primarily will say that the Most High opened up to many things. Many scriptures point towards what the heck? Many scriptures point towards the lost sheep, which are the Israelites. Matthew chapter 10 verse from the top. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits to cast them out and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. Okay, so Yahawashi gave power to his 12 disciples. Jumping down to verse 5. These 12 Yahawashi sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So Yahawashi was telling his disciples to go preach to the Israelites. Okay, their main target are Israelites. All right, that's a cut to all these New Testament only people in general, not just Israelites that are New Testament only or Christians, but just generally these people who are trying to make it about everyone or trying to save everyone. All right, now let me get this quickly. Obadiah verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High hath spoken it. Okay, so all that whole how can there be the promise is opened up for everyone. If there's a prophecy that says that the Most High is going to completely wipe away all the Edomites, okay? So no, not all the Edomites can make it, all right? That shows an inconsistency in that doctrine of anyone can make it, all right? Again, going off. Now let me get this. Isaiah chapter 8 verse 20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So anyone that's speaking against the scriptures, that contradict the scriptures, there is no light in them. All right, they're not of the Most High. That's another thing you have to watch out for. If there's a contradiction between what people say and the scriptures, when the scriptures clearly say something like look to the lost sheep and whatnot, then very clearly there's a problem. Matthew chapter 24 verse 4, and YAHAWASHI answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So another thing is, a lot of this whole wars and whatnot, people, the general masses, are actually scared and worried. They're saying, oh no, this is so bad, blah blah blah. But we, those are in the truth, we see this as a blessing. We see this as a good thing, because we know that the time is drawing near for our deliverance. All right, the end. We need the end to happen for us to be delivered. Okay, so when we see, Russia and Ukraine, China and Russia, whatever country, then that's a good thing. We rejoice in that news. All right. Now let me get Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 2. Thus saith the Most High, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, so when the these signs and all this stuff is happening, then the heathens are going to be fearful. They're going to be afraid. They're going to have problems with it. But we are supposed to be, oh yes, this is good. This is the sign. This is the end. All right. This is where our deliverance is coming. All right. And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. The conclusion is, be on the lookout for all these things that try to deceive you. All right. We know, we understand that, a lot of times they're going to be something that might seem logical, and it might seem like, oh, it feels good to me and whatnot. But you have to be aware that a lot of times you're being deceived, and you need to cross-reference and check, is this actually the truth? All right. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHEM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHEM, RICANS, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And with that, I want to say Shalom.